This is Jordan Tower with J2 News. Make sure you smash that like button, hit that subscribe button. Well, this is the story of Camron and Mase. We're not going to go into the story. I just went back to rewatch that Angie Martinez interview that Mase did right after he put out the Oracle, responding to Camron's diss on the record he put out around that time. I think it was called, oh man, I forget. That was a really good album too. The Program. And he told some stories about Mase on there. And the funniest thing was when he went up to the Angie Martinez interview. He went up there in a ski mask, first of all. Like, that's how I'm feeling today, Ange. It's like, yo, this guy, already Mase is off at that point. And don't get me wrong. Mase, I grew up on Mase, okay? Mase is one of my favorite rappers. And, it's just... it was just no consistency with Mase after a while, and he let down pretty much everybody that was a fan of his, even this time around after the Oracle. So, I rewatched this interview, and I thought it was hilarious, because I'm like, geez, this guy plays the victim during this interview, and he admits that he had a chip on his shoulder. So, when he was growing up, he said him and Cam... Cam would give him his hand-me-downs. I was always second to Cam. Cam was the basketball star. And even when we started rapping, Big L reached out to Cam and put him on a record. But when I got my shot, I didn't get any hand-me-outs. I got my record, Stacy, I think his sister or something, got his record to Kuda Love, and then got it to Big. And then he got on through Puff. And boy, did he get on. Okay? So he was putting on for Harlem. He was the first one to put on for Harlem, and Cam was second. And he said Cam couldn't handle being second. So he kept taking, it was too hard for him to take that. And, he just said, he always has a problem with authority. So he had a problem with me. Then he had a problem with Jim when Jim went out. He had a problem with 50. The 50 thing didn't make sense. 50 was kind of like... that was just an opportunity, I think. The Jim Jones thing, that was two people not communicating. And, if he didn't want to share the spotlight, he wouldn't have put Jewels on. But I admit that Camron would probably, for someone like two people at the same level, it could be difficult. If you don't have a tough skin, Camron seems like he likes to snap a lot. And if you can't take that, I think some people take it personally. I think that's what happened with him and Jim. With him and Jewels eventually. And, Camron will also tell you straight up what it is. He seems to be a very straight up person in every interview. Now, Mase also said, he better watch out. They better watch out for what's coming. Just stay out my way. And then Angie Martinez was acting like there was something was going to happen there. She was like, I hope you guys don't hurt each other. It's like, come on, Ange, stop it. These guys it was never going to go to that level. And Mase was like, I'm with whatever. It's like, Mase, stop, okay? As soon as things got difficult in Harlem, there was some Harlem politics that I'm not going to go back into because that was all broken down around this time. That kind of got Mase out of Harlem. He was forced to leave. He had some problems with a guy named Baby Man and somebody else, and he did some, he slept with someone's baby mom, something like that. And he left Harlem and he found God. And that's another problem I have with Mase because, I'm a God-fearing man. I believe in God. I believe in the universe. I believe in God's energy. I believe in Jesus, And I believe that he was on some Creflo Dollar stuff down in Atlanta and kind of taking advantage of people's faith. Then all of a sudden he decides to be a rapper again. It comes back and with Puff. Then he stops. Then he comes back again, and he's with 50 Cent. And now he's Murder Mase again, And then it's like he disappears completely. I think he put out a book. You see him in a couple features here and there once in a while. Then all of a sudden he reappears on the Bad Boy Tour. Then he decides to come at Cam. And it was a great diss. Oracle was definitely better than Camron's return. Mase can rap. And even Camron will say that. Mase is nice. But Camron's consistent. Camron puts people on. Camron put a lot of people on. The only thing you hear about Mase putting on is Harlem World and not paying everybody. You know, he got a deal with Jermaine Dupri, gave everyone like small amount of money out of the $2 million. Like I think he gave everyone $10,000 or something like that. Like Mase didn't really put people on. Camron's put countless people on unselfishly. You know, Hell Rell, J.R. Writer, Jim Jones, Joel Santana. Yeah, let's just name a few. So, I don't know, man. I think it's hilarious, this interview. Go back and watch it. This is basically, he's saying why Camron hates him is because he was jealous of him getting on. I don't know. I think Mase is kind of out there right now, mentally. And I think these guys are just, it's like a brotherly fight that'll never stop, you know? Anyways, guys, this is Jordan Tower with JT News, and I'll check you guys in the next one.